Thank you. It's my honor to introduce the Mayfield family today. They have an incredible story that they're going to tell. I'm not taking it away at all from Baylie. She's going to present to you some amazing things that they've done. They're from Knoxville, Illinois, and they have recently been honored by Galesburg Rotary Club with a Paul Harris Fellow. That's one reason we had to reschedule their presentation. So with that, I'd like to introduce Mom, Bridget, and her husband, Eric, and Scott work together at Caterpillar, is how we've become involved and know about this story. And then we have Harper. Raise your hand. He's going to be in first grade. But the star of the show today is Baylie Mayfield. If you'd like to come up and tell us your story.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I'm here today to talk to you about my charity organization called Jump for Jingles. My name is Baylie Mayfield. I'm 11 years old. I'm in 6th grade. I attend Galesburg Christian School in Galesburg, Illinois. I started Jump for Jingles when I was 8 years old, and I'm working towards my 4th Christmas. Our mission: to collect, haul in, and receive money for unwanted and donated scrap metal, and then put the proceeds towards buying Christmas presents for children on the Salvation Army Angel Tree. This is our logo that me and my mom created, and while we were thinking about what we wanted it to look like and say, and it reminded us of the recycling logo. So as you can see, we put all the steps of Jump for Jingles in the different boxes. Donated scrap metal, we go and pick it up. We take it to the scrapyard and we get the money. We go and buy presents. We take them to the Salvation Army Angel Tree, and the Salvation Army Angel Tree gives them to families for Christmas presents for their kids. The Jump for Jingles process. People in the community contact us through Facebook call and text message. We schedule a pickup date and time. This is our logistics director working on one of our pickup dates. I make sure we bring our truck, dump trailer, boots, and gloves. A few things that have changed over the last 4 years. Shred prices have fluctuated from anywhere between $80 per ton and $200 per ton. The current shred price per ton is $110. Fuel costs have risen, so we have to be careful and mindful of our pickup routes. What we collect: copper, brass, aluminum, shred, stainless steel, car and lawnmower batteries, motors and vehicles, and appliances. The wonderful people that make Jump for Jingles possible. There have been over 400 community donors of scrap. Many have donated more than once. One lady from Monmouth donated 2 vehicles.
Wow.
One man that lives outside of Galesburg in the country has called us several times and has gathered his neighbor's scrap. So when we come to pick up, it's easier on us. He has also donated monetarily, has gifted us work gloves, and has been known to provide ice cream treats. Also, one morning he had bought us donuts and milk. One family gave us hot homemade chocolate chip cookies fresh out of the oven. My second grade teacher and her family donated a vehicle that we were able to repair and sell. The proceeds from the vehicle bought for nearly 35 children the last Christmas.
Wow.
A widow donated a boat that her husband had bought not long before he passed away. She couldn't bring herself to sell it and was thrilled to donate it so we could sell it and put the proceeds towards our Jump for Jingles mission. How Overhead Doors donated half of all their scrap money for the entire year. Their donation bought for nearly 25 children's Christmas last year. Lindstrom's Appliances in Galesburg, Illinois, for the last 2 years have donated one dumpster full of appliances. The haunted trail that I volunteer for with my dad gave us a monetary gift the last 2 years that bought for children each year. Midwest Awnings in Galesburg made and donated handcrafted covers for the motor of Jump for Jingles grapple trailer. Funny story time. Okay, so there was one man and I called him, or he left us a message and I called him back and he had a horse trailer and it was pretty big. And so I asked him if we could just haul it away on our truck, just tow it behind our truck. And he was like, oh yeah, the tires are fine, everything, yeah, you can definitely tow it away. So we get there, just our truck, it was just me and Papa, and there wasn't a speck on it that wasn't rust. And the tires were pretty much flat. He didn't live that far away from the scrapyard, luckily, but on our way there was like rubber flying off from the tires. And I was like, Papa, should we stop? And he's like, no. The owners of Jay's Auto Salvage gives us a bonus for every ton we haul in during the month of October. My shopping crew friends. The top right and the bottom left are my basketball friends. And after some games, I'd ask if they want to come with and help, and they would say yes. Giving credit where credit is due. Here are a few friends that have helped us multiple times. My best friend, Emma. My neighbor and family friend, Jim. And my dad's friend, Jake. My 6-year-old sister, Harper, helps collect metal and shop for the kids on the Salvation Army Angel Tree. These are just some of her pictures. Grandpa Mark and Grandma Sue help me collect metal weekly, all year, and sometimes Grandma helps us shop. Whenever he visits us, my Uncle Craig helps a lot. He helped us build more than 25 bicycles. He has taken me to collect multiple times. My dad helps with everything. He takes calls, texts and messages. He helps me organize our routes. He helps me collect scrap. He helps me budget. And he helps me create marketing material like this PowerPoint. The list could go on and on. And the last picture that moved, that was actually a chair that came from our trailer. He was painting the hubcaps on the tire wheels, and he grabbed it out of the trailer, and it collapsed on him. That's him asking for help.
So I took a picture.
My mom helps with everything. She returns calls, text messages, and text messages. She helps me organize our routes. She helps me collect scrap. She helps me budget and shop. She helps me create marketing material like this PowerPoint and my 4-H posters. And the list could go on and on. Maintenance responsibilities. We have to take care of our truck and trailers. I enjoy working on them with my dad and sister. We also have to sort metal and maximize how much we get at the scrapyard. We were honored when a community member that had donated scrap metal recognized our efforts and nominated us for the News Channel 8's Pay It Forward in October of 2021. I have a funny story to tell you about how they surprised me. So I was in school, and it was a weekday, and our principal came into our room right as we were about to leave to go get picked up, and she was like, raise your hand if you're in car line. So I raised my hand. She was like, Baylie, and then she pointed to one of my friends, and we went in the teacher's lounge in a room, and we were sorting papers, and then before we were done, we went outside, and there's a camera, and there's a lady, and yeah, it was funny how they, I think the principal was kind of like, I don't know what to do, so she just took us in a room to sort papers. Honorary recipient of the City of Galesburg's Youth Extra Effort Award. We were also recognized by a community donor and chosen to receive the City of Galesburg's Youth Extra Effort Award. These are some of the pictures from it. I got my name on a plaque that hangs in our public safety and city hall building. Junk for Jingles was chosen by Galesburg's Rotary Club for a Paul Harris Fellow. the Salvation Army Angel Tree. In 2020, total children served were 495. Total children served by Junk for Jingles was 38. In 2021, there were 576 children served and 101 children served by Junk for Jingles. In 2022, there were 661 children served and 132 children served by Junk for Jingles. 2023, there will be 675 children served, and the total served by Junk for Jingles goal is 135. Salvation Army. We have made good friends with some of our Salvation Army crew. This last Christmas, the director called my mom and asked us if we had time and were willing to shop if they bought for the remaining tags that hadn't been selected. They called them the Forgotten Angels. There were 18 of them that we selected presents for. It felt good knowing that we helped make sure that every last child registered was going to have a great Christmas. Junk for Jingles budget. In 2020, the total spent was $2,721.94. The number of children served was 38. The cost per child was $71.63. 2022 total spent was $8,065.86, and children served was 101 children, and the cost per child was $79.86. In 2022, the total spent was $11,388.02. The number of children served by Junk for Jingles was 132. The cost per child was $86.27. And in 2023, the goal is 135. Junk for Jingles was granted 501c3 status in the fall of 2022. Life's greatest lesson. My grandma taught me that when you do good things happen. And here's a story that happened to me the first Christmas after I started Junk for Jingles. Meet Cooper. Cooper is now known as a 70-pound Bernedoodle. It was a good story. So on Christmas morning, my aunt came in from the garage and she said, "Baylie, I think there's something in the garage for you." So I ran outside and I walked around my dad's car and I was like, there was a box with a little puppy poking out of it. That's Cooper. If you want to know how you can help, share and follow us on Facebook. Donate scrap. Donate monetarily. Thank you so much for allowing me to come and talk about Junk for Jingles with y'all today.
All right, Ms. Baylie, are you ready for some questions?
Yep.
Okay, we got our first one over here.
How did you come up with the idea to start this?
So my dad and me, we got a couple things from around the house and we took it to the scrapyard and I was like, well, this is kind of cool, you know, how you can go to the scrapyard and get money for the stuff laying around your house. And I was like, I want to do this more. I want to get more scrap. And he was like, okay, what would you do with the money? And I was like, maybe the angel tree, because my family always did like a boy and a girl off the tree. And it kind of snowballed our neighbors and grandparents, and it's like, poosh.
Yeah.
How do you speak so well as a sixth grader to a room of adults?
I've done it a couple times, but I'm not sure.
Nervous or scared?
Yeah.
You did great.
Thank you.
You almost make me want to cry. You are an extreme example of a good American child, and we are all very, very proud of you for what you've done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, honey. So on that note, are you taking cash donations today?
Yes.
So if you're taking checks, are we making out to junk for Jingles, Mom?
Yep.
Yep.
Here, I'll start it off.
Yeah.
Baylie, we had a question of how you came up with the name Junk for Jingles.
I'm pretty sure my mom had been thinking about it, and one day at dinner when we were trying to decide, she was like, I mean, it's kind of junk, and Jingles is kind of Christmas, so maybe Junk for Jingles, and I mean, we all liked it, so mom started it, yeah.
So thank you for being with us today. The question is, how do you select toys? But I also need to note that our old club collects toys from time to time, and Bill Lorbach is over here, brings hundreds of toys every year to our church downtown for children in need and homeless children. So thank you, Bill. And how do you select the toys?
We shop at Walmart in Galesburg, and they have a tree with all of their tags on it. And it says boy or girl and what age they are, and a couple of things they want, and a couple of things they need, and we kind of try to go off of that. Yeah, and we shop for each one individually.
You do so much. You're basically running your own business. It's very impressive. What is your favorite part? What part brings you the most joy?
I'd say the thing I like the best is how much time I get to spend with my grandparents and my parents, and I get to spend time with my cousins sometimes when they come over, and aunts and uncles. They like to come along.
So this question's not for you, but it's for Harper. Are you going to follow in her footsteps, and are you also part of the business?
Thumbs up.
I've got a question. Have you run into anything that you aren't able to pick up because you're limited on what you can transport? And do you ever need more help picking up scrap, donated scrap?
There's one thing we did it a couple times the first year. People would ask if we would take appliances out from like in their basement in their house, and we did it a couple times, and my dad was like, no, they have to be outside. And Jason has offered, with Jay's Auto Salvage, has offered to pick up cars for free. So, yeah, he's done it, I think 5 vehicles so far.